Good afternoon. I'm here with Patrick Bailey. I spent the last 3 years with Patrick while he was at NC State. He just got drafted first round by the San Francisco Giants. And just to help you guys get to know Patrick a little bit, I got a video. He does not know I'm going to share this, but I got some questions for you on this video, Patrick. So
Uh,
I got a monster bat flip here. Walk me through this. We're down by 3, and there it goes right there. The bat is up. It's out. The ball is out. It's gone. I got to see it in slow mo
yeah,
to appreciate the bat flip here. Have you been asked about this video a lot?
yeah, it's been talked about a little bit since I've been out here. But I don't know, it's probably one of the only times I've ever thought about hitting a home run and actually hit it.
Yeah.
So usually when I picture hitting a home run, I swing and miss or roll over or something, but I finally connected on that one.
Yeah. So
all
tell
good.
me, what would you have done if it didn't go out? That's what I want to know.
Well, I wouldn't have threw the bat if it wouldn't have gone out.
Yeah. Yeah. But you didn't know at the time. You must have felt good that it was going.
I knew at the time. That's about as hard as I could hit a ball right there. So
Yeah. Tell me a little bit, Patrick, about where you grew up and what some of your hobbies were outside of baseball.
So grew up in Greensboro, North Carolina. I went to Wesleyan Christian Academy, and I started picking up golf in high school. But to be honest, there really wasn't much outside of baseball with school and everything. So I'd say probably my main hobby was I'd golf a little bit when I got the chance.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you love to golf now, so that makes sense. You come to NC State and you got involved in our ministry right away. Why was it important to you to find a ministry to get plugged into early on?
I think a big one for me is, coming into a new environment. You can get caught up in the wrong group of people. So I really wanted to make sure I was surrounded by, men and women of faith. And, for me, I've always seen in my life where the people, I associate myself with, my friends, my best friends, like if those are good people and good godly men, like then, I'm usually just, I guess, a little bit more focused on my walk with Christ. So I wanted to make sure that I surrounded myself with godly people to help me keep accountable and just learn more in fellowship.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So we got together early on your freshman year, and so we spent time in discipleship over the last 3 years. What do you feel like God taught you during that time?
Um, I think a lot of it was just kind of the truth of the gospel, meaning just the foundation of what it really looks like, it being a free gift from God, and that being grace, and then knowing that, it's not a work-based religion, but something that I can't do to achieve, but, God's called me into his kingdom. And, then through that, that's when you kind of start to serve the Lord more and not be so conscious of kind of what you're doing, but just kind of focusing on, your relationship with God, and then that kind of working into becoming a better human being.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's cool. So tell me how your faith has helped you on and off the baseball field thus far.
yeah, I mean, over the past, I think definitely 3 years, 3 to 4 years, I think it's just kind of being able to see my identity as a, son of God instead of a baseball player, or, anything else off the field. I think it can be pretty easy these days to get caught up in how people see yourselves, and how people think of you. And, that's something I've struggled with kind of being a people pleaser in my life, but just kind of learning to focus on, living upright, and honoring God through my ways. And then, whether people like that or not, and that's kind of, I don't worry about it because, I'm a son of God, and that's something that people can't take away from me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Tell me your favorite Bible verse and why.
So one of my favorites, Galatians 2:20. It's, I've been crucified with Christ. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live in faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself up for me. For me, that verse it's the gospel. It's Jesus died on the cross. It's me give up my life to have Jesus be at the focal point of me. And then something that kind of gives me so much encouragement is, it's no longer I who live, but Christ's power lives in me. So you kind of see that the sinful ways are dead. And you have the power of Christ to kind of go about your day. And verse always gives me a lot of encouragement.
Yeah, that's awesome. That actually was the Bible verse I used to sign on baseballs when I was at NC State. So that's pretty cool.
Really, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I got caught. I do just. It's hard writing the full Galatians. I get lazy sometimes to just put GAL.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Been there.
We're in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic. How has that affected or impacted your experience in the baseball draft and even just professional baseball so far?
Yeah, so I don't really know how much it affected the baseball draft just because, we had it and I was able to get selected. So I was fortunate for that. Obviously, it sucked with, NC State's baseball season getting canceled and not being able to finish that out. But it's really shaken up professional baseball, especially the minor leagues. I'm out at the alternate camp right now with out in Sacramento. But it's really been cool. It's been a good experience for me. I've been able to be with, several of the top 10 prospects the Giants have, and being able to play and play against guys that have had a lot of big league time, and AAA All Stars, and just be able to see how they go about their business and be able to play against them has been really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that's incredible to see some of these people you've been seeing on TV and then get to share the same field with them. So tell me what it's like. I'm assuming getting drafted was a childhood dream for you. What was it like getting drafted in the first round?
It was crazy. Just all the, emotions that have led up to that day, all the work that has led up to that day. And, I'm really thankful God's given me the opportunity and the talents. And, it's just, it kind of takes the breath out of you and makes you speechless to kind of finally realize that it's happened. And, I'll be able to remember that day for the rest of my life for sure.
Yeah. I know we were excited when we saw you taken, and had a couple questions sent in for you. One, were you involved in a youth group growing up before college?
I wasn't involved much in a church youth group. With baseball, it was hard for me to really get involved. I was practicing, several nights a week. But my senior year of high school, going to Christian school, I was able to get involved with a lot of Bible studies and get around good men there that really helped. And like I said before, I think being able to surround yourself with good people's always going to help you. So
yeah. What are another question sent in, what are a couple drills you would recommend to a kid who's interested in catching?
I'd probably go with just simple like bare hand catches where, you're just kind of tossing them underhand and you're kind of letting them feel where, you really want to catch them in the, kind of fingers of your hands rather than the palm, and just, kind of get the feeling of that hand-eye coordination to, just to kind of catch it the right way.
You do that with baseballs or tennis balls or anything?
You can do it with both. I guess kind of whatever level your kid's at. That's kind of what I would go with.
Yeah. I stopped catching when you had to start blocking the ball. So
yeah, that's definitely the worst part about it.
Could have used that drill. It might have kept me catching a little longer, but
Yeah.
cool. Cool. Well, how can we be praying for you, just to wrap it up? How can we be praying for you right now and in this new season of life?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me would be just with all the unknown with everything. I'm sure that's for a lot of people, but the baseball world, there's a lot of unknowns for next year and for this fall and winter, and so just kind of trust and God through that, and again, like I've been saying, just whatever level I start at next year in my career, just to have a group of men that can surround me and encourage me, and that I can be that to those men too. So I think that's the biggest thing for me.
Absolutely. Well, we'd love to be praying for you. Appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions, and yeah, appreciate you
Yeah,
coming.
thank you for having me. I'm happy to be able to do this.